As Fed Smith readers are undoubtedly aware, inflation has been increasing. This pushed the 2022 COLA to the highest level it has been in 40 years, 5.9%. The 2023 COLA wound up being even larger at 8.7%. The 2024 COLA was more modest at 3.2%. Since the rate of inflation has slowed, the 2025 COLA fell further to 2.5%. Federal employees who have been considering retiring soon may be weighing whether to go ahead and make their exit now in anticipation of taking advantage of the COLA next year. But unfortunately, it isn't that simple. Questions we have received from our readers indicate that they are understandably confused by the COLA calculation process and are often surprised when their annuity payments show up and they were expecting a higher figure than they actually received. We'll explain the COLA process here in greater detail to help you understand how it works. First, it is important to understand how the COLA is calculated. Retired federal employees under FERS will get a varying annual increase in their annuity payments depending on the amount of the final COLA in a given year. In years when the COLA is 2% or less, they will get the full COLA. If the COLA is greater than 2% and less than or equal to 3%, they get a 2% COLA. If the COLA is greater than 3%, they will get the COLA amount less 1%. In 2024, for example, the COLA was 3.2%, so the COLA under FERS was 2.2%. In 2025, it is 2.5%, so the FERS COLA will be 2%. Retired federal employees under CSRS get the full COLA, regardless of the amount. If there is a COLA above zero, the percentage increase is applied to a retiree's monthly benefit amount before any deductions are withheld. The payment amount is rounded down to the next whole dollar. When the Civil Service Retirement System was created, the Social Security system did not exist. CSRS was created in 1920. The Social Security Act law was enacted on August 14, 1935. When FERS was created in 1987, federal employees under FERS received benefits that CSRS employees did not receive. As a result, Congress created a system of calculating the COLA in different ways, as receiving the full COLA in years when inflation ran higher was not necessary since other benefits were already in place. Those benefits include matching funds from the federal government, up to 5%, to invest in their thrift savings plan accounts and Social Security. Both Social Security and the TSP are portable, meaning they go with the employee even if he or she leaves the government job. The COLA is determined by an automatic formula based on the Consumer Price Index and is announced in October every year. Assuming it is an amount above zero, federal retirees who are entitled to receive the COLA, regardless of whether they are under FERS or CSRS, will see the increased annuity payment in January of the applicable year. So for example, the COLA for 2025 is announced in October 2024, but the increased payments will not begin being issued until January 2025. Federal employees who are planning to retire this year in anticipation of a bigger COLA may be disappointed. Just because you are retired from federal service does not mean you automatically get the full COLA in a given year. In order to get the full COLA, someone must have been in receipt of his or her annuity payment for a full year. If this is not the case, any COLA increase is prorated for both FERS and CSRS at a rate of 1/12 of the total increase for each month you have been receiving benefits. If, for example, you retired in December at the end of 2024, you would not get a COLA at all in 2025 since your annuity payments would not have yet had time to begin. This table from the Office of Personnel Management illustrates the prorated COLA process in more detail. It shows how many months a federal retiree will be considered on the annuity roll for the purposes of determining the extent to which the COLA will be prorated for an annuity. For instance, if a federal retiree's annuity payments begin in September, that means the next year's COLA will be prorated based on 3 months of payments. Let's look at a more detailed example to help illustrate how the prorated amount works. Take a look at this table outlining the schedule of annuity payments for our example individual. Note that he began receiving his annuity payments in September 2024. Also be aware that this is different from the date that he retired. The only date that matters is when the annuity payments began. He has received 3 months of annuity payments in 2024 for purposes of calculating the prorated COLA amount for the months of September, October, and November. Why not December? Remember that December is when the new COLA goes into effect, so it's not included. When the 2025 COLA is applied to his payments, it will be at a reduced rate of 3/12 of the full COLA. But in 2026, this retired federal employee will get the full COLA, assuming there is one that year, because at that point, he will have been receiving an annuity payment for at least 1 year. Let's apply some hypothetical numbers to our example situation. Remember that this individual began receiving his annuity payments in September 2024, which left him with 3 months of payments for the year. Since the 2025 COLA was 2.5%, that is a 2% COLA under FERS, he will get a prorated COLA increase of 0.5% in 2025. This is based on the FERS COLA rate of 2% divided by 12, multiplied by the number of months on the annuity roll, 3 in this person's case. If his monthly annuity payments in 2024 were $3,000, he would get a 2025 annuity payment increase to $3,015. The COLA formula and how it is applied to your annuity payments is a very complex system and understandably creates confusion for federal employees and retirees. If you need help understanding how your federal benefits apply to your personal situation, be sure to get assistance from your agency's Human Resources Office and/or a financial advisor who specializes in working with federal employees. The OPM website also is a great resource to assist federal retirees.